Hello,
Okay.
hello,
Yes.
hello.
Okay. Composure. Energy.
Oh, and I'll say this once, and I hope you know what I'm referring to. Shh, quiet luxury.
I don't know what I'm referring
You don't
to.
know it?
No, if it is anything like current Drag Race, like I have no idea.
No, not current Drag Race. It's from like a year ago on Las Culturistas.
Oh,
I don't know.
probably not.
I shouldn't. Well, you know what culturista means, right? As well.
It means like the cultured folks.
It means bodybuilder.
Culturista means bodybuilder?
In Spanish, yes.
Oh.
It's one of the funniest things because I don't think anyone who watches the podcast,
Everybody. I wanted to make sure that you are all acknowledged for being here. Thank you for joining.
So to fully catch people up, there's the podcast with Bowen Yang and
Matt Rogers.
And it's called Las Culturistas, and they talk about culture.
Indeed.
But in Spanish, culturista means bodybuilder, from French couturiste.
Oh.
So it's like a Oh no, it just says compare. So I guess it was like a shared thing. Like apparently it's the same in Portuguese and Italian as well. Yeah, culturista.
Culturista. Okay. Also, speaking about things being in Spanish, did you watch the halftime show?
Que sí. No,
it
sí doesn't make sense there. Que sí.
Que sí. It was lovely. I had a great time. I watched it twice. I really enjoyed. I was telling everybody and their mom that I wanted to be one of the Bush people. Like that's like it's such a fun job. Is just be like, I'm a Bush.
It reminded me a lot of The Lion King, the Bush dancers.
I can see that. It reminded me of like it gave like Beijing Olympic vibes to me in that regard.
I would say that those people who did the Beijing Olympics, no offense, but I think the Beijing Olympic people trained a lot harder.
Oh no, 1000% agree. 1000% agree. There was no training involved. They got put. They had a suit and they wore the suit. It actually no. I'm never saying my thing. It gives Left Shark. Do you remember Left Shark?
With Katy Perry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I adored Left Shark.
I would say that it was like it reminded me of the level of service of the drag queen Last Supper for the Paris Olympics.
Oh, speaking of Paris Olympics connection, I had to explain to Remy that that was Lady Gaga singing, and they didn't know what the song was, and I was stunned by that. Did not have any clue. And then like also the connection between because like it was Die with a Smile, and then right next was Ballet Inolvidable. That was very cute and romantic. And when Ricky Martin came up, I'm like, oh my, Ricky Martin, hello. It was great. I loved it.
Although I thought we didn't like Ricky Martin, and then he's back.
Why don't we like him?
There was some weird stuff that he did with like someone who was quite a lot younger than him, but I don't remember if it was like extra dodgy or just like prudish people would feel bad about it. Like,
yes.
Like I think that like there was
6-7. I agree, Jake.
Okay, let's get down to business to defeat the Hun.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to show the screen. It's very obvious what happened. So for our Patreon poll, we were choosing between two sort of derivational. Not, is derivational the right word?
Case. No. You're going to be indexing.
Two different initial consonant mutations.
Indeed.
One which was inspired by Bora, or Bora, which Bora has like these palatalization that is from a preceding high, like E. And we basically would have ended up with like a palatal series. I think I keep forgetting what the ones in what the mutation. I think mutation is the word I was trying to go for.
Yes.
Then what was I thinking of?
For a palatalization, high tone.
I don't remember what the high tone thing was. Or was that just me changing how I was pronouncing Bora?
I think so.
Okay.
Nice. America is putting that puck in the goal.
And then, and the one that won was a glottal mutation.
Yay!
So
you
basically
the correct one.
It's basically a kind of extreme debocalization. I think that I think that it's okay, specifically because at this stage of our thinking, these are still happening after other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you would never have had this happen initially. Or at the very least, I don't know how we're going to do it in the Lexigy or whatever. I assume we'll probably end up writing it as just a glottal stop.
Probably so.
But we're going to have a whole load of stuff going on.
We're going to have a whole lot of adjectives in different places of articulation, and we're going to have pre-stopped resonance in some places of articulation.
Which I'm looking forward to smushing again.
Yeah, looking forward to letting them crumble.
It was Okay.
I also would not have voted for the United States to win either, but you know what? Here we are.
David would have gone for the more elegant option. I feel like the polls line up.
I will say, David, if you are referring to the M mutation poll, I have to agree with you.
I'm fairly sure David voted in the N mutation because the N mutation was the one I shared in the Discord.
Was, yeah.
Whereas the P mutation, you may have voted for palatal, but it wouldn't have changed the result. Whereas for the N mutation, there were two. Well, we knew that there was going to be some sort of voicing going on.
Correct.
And then on top of that, we had thought about epenthesis, which got one vote, I think. So that would basically be that following the nasal, and we only have voiceless obstruents at this
Right.
point. So we'd go for like the example that I gave, even though I think it's the worst one, was nf to to pf. And then from pf, like fa, we'd go probably just back to fa.
Mm-hmm.
But I did think some of that was interesting in that you would basically protect. It was kind of like a sacrificial stop in that situation.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
But we'll work out what is going to happen there.
And plus, like we have like some wiggle room with how the poll is structured, so that's at least a little bit exciting.
Yeah, and then the other idea was basically that we would end up with initial sequences that were essentially two nasals in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And one way of kind of tying the, like, if we want each consonant, I don't know if we'll have every consonant having three entirely distinct forms at every mutation.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
It means that we have a way of distinguishing, well, especially because we have this idea of the pre-stopped, but we don't have like you can't like contrastively add voicing to something that's already voiced. So
Correct.
we kind of have to find the thing that is different, which is the nasality, and say that one of them is essentially minus nasal, and it will hopefully work well. And it will give us voiced stops in different places for different mutations. So, yeah. You could argue, David, that lots of people voted for epenthesis. They just wanted the dissimilation as well.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So, are you, who's going to be in charge of the document and who's going to be in charge of comments?
I have some ideas of how to set the document up for a little bit. So
okay, so if you want to open the document and share it, then I will be community manager for the day.
I don't need audio there. Cool. I'm going to zoom in for everybody's sake. I definitely know that like my setup is a little bit wider than yours. So like I just noticed that. It's like when like I zoom in a little bit, I'm able to zoom in a little bit more. ODALU language has inherited the Proto-Nihi ring case system where there is an ergative absolutive alignment with a third oblique case marking any other rules in the sentence.
I have been just calling it ODALU, including I think we've mixed mixed up what we've been calling it, but now it's called ODALU on the thumbnail. And I feel like I'm going to be saying like thank you to Hannah for doing lovely job for like the rest of the season, basically. But yeah, I hope people like the thumbnail. The video from last week did a lot better than our videos usually do. Well, not that. To be fair, that makes it sound like it was a huge amount more popular, which isn't really true. But we've got some more. See, it's called ODALU in here as well.
Yeah, that's why I said it in like that guy there.
I think it's funny because like it's really the ODALUan daughter. I think that we should just like find a. We'll deal with the. We'll deal with the effects of this later.
Yeah. Absolute. Derivative. Oh, bleak.
Oh, mini rungs.
Mini rings, absolutely. There's only plenty of mini rings. Okay, come on.
I'll put that on the screen for a bit.
The absolute case is flagged. Is the it's not really flagged. Is the default base reading of a noun, and effectively has no mutation associated. There's no associated mutation. To be specific in its function, it a noun flagged by this case is either a subject of an intransigence.
Jonathan's proposing saying a Darwin, which I hate.
Oh, one. I also don't like that.
But thank you for the comment.
Yes.
That mix of fonts is atrocious.
The ergative case is
lagged
by proto P. Yes. And as a result, the nouns, the mutation to mark, fog, flag, the ergative case is called P mutation.
I don't know what you mean by this, Jonathan. Wow, you kicked Jonathan. You kicked their comment like. Oh, and David says Odalucious.
O D to the ALUCIOUS. ODALUicious. That sounds phonetic. I don't want to get copyright struck. Is it? Now I'm curious. P mutation. Ironically, this is done through a glottalization of the initial consonant. Actually, no. Okay.
I'm slightly. Wait. I swear I've heard of Mieta before. But. Oh, I'm sure that I've been told about this before. It's a tweet from 2019. It says, me lightly touching Miete with the side of my foot. Miete, please move out of the way, please, so I don't trip on you. Miete, her eyes enormous. You kick Miete, you kick her body like the football. Jail for mother for 1,000 years. I'm doing my own accent, and I don't. You can say Miete however often you want. It looks like Miete.
So I want to point out that David has said that my delete key has the most unique, well, the uniquest sound he's ever heard for a delete key. So I want room tone, and as you see, I have a string of D's that I'm going to delete, and I would like to know if you could describe the sound of my delete key, what it would sound like. Like what makes it unique? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Need room tone. Okay. What did you think it sounded like? It does give
there's something froggy about it.
Yeah.
It's not what I would have. It does sound like a stamp, yes, like one of the ones at passport control.
Oh my god! I can see that though.
With every delete or every backspace, you deny the visa of the letter that was previously there.
Do you know what it also is? It's also person counter for venue.
What? Oh yes, I thought you meant like a noun classifier.
No, like the counter.
Ooh.
She called me. I'm going to entertain this tangent because I'm directly in there.
About what?
I assume the noise, the little tonkles.
Well, Jessie.
Oh, stop! I'm dead. Okay. That is very adorable. I can't. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to get back on task. I'm going to now delete a lot more stuff consciously because of trying to imagine a little rabbit just like, okay.
So I am half tempted to just copy and paste the entire table.
What does that do?
What's your goal right now?
My goal is to, like, I guess just show off. Well, here. I think you have the right idea about copying the whole entire table.
Like, I think copy the table. We'll put the entire table at the end of the section, and then, but
well, after the whole one. After the whole entire section, or after the whole entire for each individual case.
Yeah, well, we're only doing two. We're doing two marked.
Yeah.
Two. There's going to be two that like are more changed, but they're obviously all going to end up affected by sound changes. But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I am also
there will
going to color these according to the highlighting that I did.
Lello.
Yellow. Hello.
I specifically said Lello.
Lello. It's yellow because it's the P mutation.
I had bone conducting headphones at one point. I think I found them a bit strange, but I was hoping I'd be able to sleep in them or something.
I am going to leave this, and well, we know it's dental. I think at this point, I think it's not a secret. It goes. Actually, no. We'll just take that for now. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Cute.
It's me.
But because of the origins of the hello of the case of because the glottalization arose from an initial P, the glottal column mirrors.
Well, I think that you'd end up maybe in considering it a kind of two-stage thing, right?
We did also want to close to the people.
It would be like pa to pa, which is then like analogized to pa. In the sense that this is also being analogized to pa.
Yeah, this I agree with for sure. I think part of me is curious about the spiralization of it prior and it going to F.
Well, the other thing that I'm thinking of is that you have your whole like this is a thing in Arapaho or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Like,
but that usually shows up as like on the vowels a lot of the time. But underlying it, like it is that. I think it actually is H glottal stop.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah. The book near me? I don't. No, it doesn't matter.
Let me see what the people were saying.
Yeah, I'm going to be chunking away at making these pre-stopped. I think it's in J.
I feel like we don't need the tiny letters. We can just use the big ones.
Oh, but the tiny letters are cute.
Okay.
We can. Oh, this would be a D. No, it would be a T, right? It'd be a K here, actually. Oh, screw it. We'll do it live. Okay. I'm already trying to delete things, so I may as well.
Well, why is this one voiced? And I do think it makes more sense for them to not be voiced.
Perfect.
Which makes it, yeah.
This one was D. This one was D. This one was also D. And that one is this one is I think I was more so perfect. Okay, this goes up here. Love.
You do get the Is there a this is specifically let's call it a mutation.
A mutation, yes. So this would be George the non-mutated absolutive case. This would be the mutated ergative case.
The other thing I could see happening would be just that the H is lost and it goes to the glottal stop that way. YouTube poll?
I think we should do a YouTube poll for sure.
The thing is, I feel like I already know how it's going to go, and I feel like maybe I agree with people, and I don't know what the responsible option is.
What are people saying?
I feel like I know enough people who really don't like the adjective the labial adjective. And
I mean, it's more so what.
Oh, okay. And can you read this out while I set the?
Yeah. Hey, Jake, since Jessie's watching, can you let her know that I'm going to go ahead and get ready without rowing because I miss her and want to hurry up and get back to sitting with her. Okay.
Aww.
That's very cute, David. I got confused by the without rowing because I thought you were rowing, but that's what words do. I sometimes think I am illiterate. I don't think I am, but sometimes I do. Just like knowing like the patterns of the words and just like kind of like filling in the blanks with meaning. I'm very good at that. But maybe that's more so like I'm just trying to like construct the meaning preemptively beforehand. Beautiful. No, I think it's acting. No, the glottal column. That's not specific enough. Okay, this one is somewhat easy. Okay, the oblique case is flagged by proto-N. Result, the mutation to flag the oblique case is here by the N mutation. Which is color-coded.
Why is this giving me errors?
Which is getting errors?
It really doesn't want me to post this poll.
Huh? Is there a character issue?
I don't know if it doesn't like IPA. Which
I don't think that's been an issue before, but I don't think it doesn't prefer it.
I'm gonna refresh my YouTubes and try again, I guess.
Better. I think that's somehow fucking worse.
And I'm just gonna go with the final one because I don't know if it will. Pick the glottal mutation of H, P, the adjective, glottal stop,
Girl.
Yeah, it really doesn't like me today.
Aw.
I don't know what it's so unhappy about. You're not logged in also as Let's Have a Booba, are you?
I'm not even on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
I'm not on YouTube at all.
Okay.
Should we do the OG link time way and tell people to put A and B and then count them?
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
why not?
nostalgic would that be?
I'm gonna say that like
Kinglish does say that chat seems to be a little bit airy today, so maybe it's just like the general YouTubery of things. I know you're typing up there.
So yeah, A, B, or C, and I don't know what will make these stand out. I'll do.
I mean, I'm like hyper zoomed in, so people are going to see.
I don't think that's better. You know, when you used to do like the highlight on Word, it would feel super highlighted with the bright yellow and stuff.
Yes. So two things. A, be sure that you are all putting either A, B, or C in chat because again, we are having air things with the chat. We're going old school style, and I think like Jake has a notepad. Hi, Nemo. Grant, you're just in time for a poll. So, no, that's why we're doing it the old school way, Jonathan. Since Nemo and you have just arrived, we're putting in a chat old school lang time way. So we are looking at our glottal mutation for H. It's either going to be plain unadjective P, very, very spicy adjective P, or it's going to just be the glottal stop in some sort of a cute little flirtation sort of deal. That's our three options there.
Well, no, this would basically be the H just drops out.
So the H just drops out for being a little weak fricative. I said that correctly. Look at that. Go me. Yeah.
Should that have been an I feel like if that option wins, maybe it should also have been an option for the glottal one. We'll deal with that later.
Well, so far we have no data.
I am wondering if saying, oh no, the chat's dodgy, and then asking people to use the chat may be backfiring. Let's see.
So in essence, you think people are putting things in chat and we're just not seeing it?
Yes. So it's not coming up on there, but there's 2 C's in here.
Okay, all right.
That's
wild.
And Nemo voted A.
Okay.
We currently have 7 people watching. Sorry, 2 C's in the chat. I'm counting Juno and Jonathan.
Okay.
So if we get one more. Yeah, so I can see like the mods messages and I can see them in YouTube, but they aren't going to StreamYard.
That is correct. They aren't going to StreamYard also. I have
obviously
not seen anything.
For some reason being filtered out.
That's so bizarre. I'm just going to
I can see one message where you sent C 6 times.
Yeah, so Jonathan, you were super C. Kinglish tried to vote C, but it stopped him. Okay, cool. So I have chat up on my phone over here.
Maybe there's like anti-spam stuff.
I don't know
Which
what's going on. But I don't want to have to restart. Huh?
At this point, Jonathan was saying, see Discord. May end up just making Discord polls.
Oh my gosh. I want to zoom back out because that's making me... don't mind me, y'all. I'm just putting up YouTube chat so I can see your lovely little messages about...
Oh my god. One of the ways that you can get the what I would call a football react is called actual football.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's obviously also called the first one is called soccer.
Yes.
So it's obviously a way for like appeasing the
slot. Okay. Now I can see your beautiful messages.
So A would finish with just a P. So pa. And yeah, C would end as ah. But we have obligatory onsets.
The 9th person is me watching, so disregard. But it's odd that it's now showing up. I don't know. Things are weird.
Yeah, the anti-spam stuff is very annoying.
That is fair. That's very fair.
I love the fact that Tinguish got a warning.
I know. Initial glotals are aced.
What?
They're... Oh, I guess so. So it would be that the mutation would be the H would turn into a P for like a pure like P mutation. And the C would kind of keep the glottal column more or less intact.
Sorry, yes, this is just for the mutation of H.
Oh, apparently
I had written this out very nicely when I did my first YouTube poll, and then when it decided that it hates everyone. Yeah,
so
I tried to do another poll, and it was just like, nope, no poll for you. Sorry. I will say that we're just looking at the...
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we're...
I think we're just going with C. C.
Okay.
C was... I think C was my preference.
It was not my preference, but that's fine.
I think that the bat is fun for the adjective, and it means that it will be distinct.
The glottal column. I'll stop. It's mutating.
So we have ma, na, nga. Definitely not regretting. Okay.
Lovely. Okay. Good chow.
Why not just use a lighter orange highlight and then leave it black?
Well, this is going to be red. This is going to be this kind of like brick color.
It's
going to be...
Okay. I'll trust the pros.
this.
We must trust the pros. Yay! Caleb can comment again.
Yay!
I might make Caleb an honorary... Do we make Caleb a mod?
I think we should make Caleb a mod. Yeah, I think just making the highlighting lighter than making the letter like Ohio State colors. No, I'm not gonna keep the highlight and stuff, and I agree. So Jake, I think at least like the plosive and the fricative rows aren't causing any.
Caleb said not to give them power, and so I've removed mod status.
Aww.
I hope you enjoyed your time in the sun.
The quite almost like 15 seconds of fame.
15 seconds of fame.
Elizabeth Sparkle has done her diligence.
Let's have a lelo lelo lay.
Okay, but I'm just going to zoom into 175 for my own blind self. I put question marks by definitely the uvular and definitely the glottal stuff in terms of how they're going to voice with the nasal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the uvula stuff I think is fine.
I think it's fine as well, since it is kind of like, it does make sense.
So the thing is, both the double 1-1.
Yeah, the Por qué no las dos 1-1.
This is where the distinction between the and the is getting ever more tricksy.
Light.
So
that's so real though, Caleb, with the 14-point font though. I don't blame you in the least.
I feel like I'm doing a bad job looking at this comments, although so by the sounds of it, so many people are having problems with comments that I don't really know. So what a noise from yonder breaks. Is someone like trimming a hedge outside of your building?
Oh, that's probably my computer fan. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
She's the best. We call her Fanny.
Okay, so we have a question of na and nha. So this is where like this sort of logic of the pre-stopped nasals is half saying nta to me.
I have also thought that a little bit.
I don't know. I guess that half works for both of these.
And have to go to like nsa. I'm really making that a strong. I mean, I am thinking NTS.
Well, we had talked about putting stops in front of these. That was part of what the ¿Por qué no los dos involved.
That is true. So, okay, hold on. I wrote this down to be sure that I knew what was going to be up. So, stops look fine for the most part. Fricatives.
Well, the stops were never going to do anything else.
Lovely. Fricatives, epenthesis, and voicing.
Well, we hadn't fully decided the entirety of it. That was part of the kind of dance.
I see. Okay.
So for example, I didn't really love oomph.
So I also do not want any sort of oomph.
Like, part of it for me is, so we have stopping up there. I thought I had worked this all out in the polls, and I think the alternations and stuff was intended.
Because
I think that we kind of just follow the path. So,
Are you typing somewhere?
One thing is, I'm trying to remember where it's because you did the voiced versions here. I don't think that the voiced versions were what I...
These for sure are legit what you had.
No, it's what I put in here, but I said all voiceless equivalents. And I think that I had intended voiceless equivalents for if we were in this situation where... Because then we would have th, dra, dla, and ja.
I see where we're going at. And then the contrast would be th, pl, tr, k.
Yeah, yeah. Which, again, I know that it's horrible. I don't want anyone to be feeling like
this is gonna stay also. Like, this is also like subject to evolution. Jonathan is contesting the status of this being horrible.
So now I have to try and work out how to get... There is one. I know it exists. A turned lambda with a tie bar. This is probably one of those characters that some people may not think should exist, but I know it exists.
I'm gonna get it. We're gonna find it. One way or another, I'm gonna find you.
It's genuinely quite a concerning character.
I don't think you can get it.
No, on the SIL keyboard.
Oh, maybe. Hold on. I thought. Yeah, correct. You definitely can't. Nope. Can't do it. Oh. Okay. Anyway. Oh, look at that little guy.
David's rowing. David's rowing, right? Or
I
was
can't.
David not rowing? I don't remember.
That's what I didn't understand. My interpretation of that message was that David is not rowing because he wants to spend more time with Jessie together.
Okay.
So I think they're now in the same place currently. I also don't know where their rowing machine is.
Okay. And
so this would be,
and we need a table for the absolutive as well.
Well, ain't that just this one? Yeah.
You mean the one at the top?
Yeah.
No, because we do have at very least, well, minimum the one verb as a result of the N mutation. Nasals.
Oh, they denasalize. Oh, duh.
Guys, denasalize.
Oh my god, Jonathan, that's insane. Oh, I adore that. Jonathan has just received a relay torch.
Ah!
Huzzah!
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 So, ba. Da.
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 Ga. You're not boring me, I swear. I was yawning way earlier.
I think I'll live to regret doing this, but I do think this is very fun.
I don't think you will. I think. Hold on.
No, I just I can see so much happening here. Just like
This is the same.
I don't need the stops. Remember, this isn't. So, I think that,
No.
That, and then ncha, 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 ncha. I don't know how the ¿por qué no los dos implies the emphasis also happens. I think that I am struggling a little bit. Does Jonathan need to remix what sound?
You were like like you're like it sounded like your brain kind of broke a little bit, and then you kind of like a whole different kind of like sound.
Mm-hmm. No. Do we get je elsewhere? I feel like the paradigm makes more sense like this based on. Well, the thing is, like, if we have this.
No, yeah.
Do you think we should I think that what happens here probably determines what happens here. If this gets a stop, which is like this, then I mean, I don't think these are that similar to these, so I don't mind not doing that.
Here's my head is a little bit where this could, sorry, the glolla could merge with the uvular a little bit, and like really kind of like push that nasal like really far back, and kind of go like, whoa.
It's a weird one because this is really unstable.
I have wanted to like even say like this goes to like the velar and it kind of stays a little bit there, and so at least it has like an island of stability.
But here is where you'd expect ra.
Yeah.
I mean, and the uvular is fine. Like
No, I agree with you.
I feel like if you do what happens up here, then this would end up as just nah. And this, I don't really, so I
Will
feel
they just
like
both be nah?
There's a version where it's nta, and then I guess so you insert your stop, and then because it is a dental to begin with, and then you lose the N because the N is lost elsewhere, which means that it comes out as just
I think I like that because it makes sense with the P nonsense.
If you were doing a David, then this nasalized ejective could be a click.
I knew you were going to say that too. I want nothing to do with the click. Oh yay! Hi, Madeline.
I'm trying to remember what the like an index diachronica, the dental click, when it declickifies, from apparently proto que to teti, it goes to a ya. From to ya.
Okay.
I really I think that that's a really silly way to do it.
I agree.
I think that this option is fine. How would you feel about like having a single like? The thing is, I would suggest maybe like a dental implosive, but it feels like quite a rash inclusion.
Well, I want to say three things. First, Malin is they finished stenciling and are going to get a succulent Chinese meal, and watch a K-drama of unknown name. So I hope you have a wonderful little evening ahead of you. It sounds absolutely lovely.
I thought that when the whole gonna get a Chinese thing came out, that Americans were claiming they would never ever say get, or is it get a Chinese that people take particular issue with? Is saying get Chinese fine?
Because saying get Chinese is fine. Saying get a Chinese to an American ear sounds like you're grabbing a Chinese person.
See, I thought it was just that you always said Chinese takeout. It's the article. Okay.
It is the article. Listen, articles are nonsense anyway. But in this case, it does provide a weird meaning.
To me, saying we have to get Chinese, to me, sounds weirder in that it sounds to me like you're going to...
What have you said instead of takeout, Madeline? Because I'm very curious about that.
I would, if to me, I would say I'm going to get a Chinese means I'm getting Chinese food. And if
Correct.
I say I'm going to get Chinese, it sounds like I'm turning myself into a Chinese.
Yes, I believe that. Yes. Like, I would call it like takeout. I would call it like takeaway, but that's because I spent time in London. But like, or like with British.
The Madonna effect.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Excuse me. Whoa, that was a deep one. Excuse me, guys. But what was I gonna say? Delivery, maybe. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. But
See, I wouldn't say I'm gonna get Chinese delivery. To me, that sounds like the delivery service is Chinese.
Mm. I'm going to totally say yes to this.
And there's also now a thing in London where there are loads of Chinese delivery services, but it doesn't necessarily mean like the food is associated with the nation of China.
George, I'm so jealous of you. I'm sure it tastes fantastic. And what a lovely, lovely surprise when either of you get home that you have a fantastic meal waiting for you. So nice. I mean, I usually am the one who cooks, so I'm the one who provides that feeling, but that does sound very lovely.
Is anyone jealous of the fact that in my home I have British food made for me by British people?
Whoa, that's so authentic. What is it?
The authentic gravy that...
Oh my god. So speaking of we'll go back on top of that. I want to do this. Apparently Remy found a packet of poutine sauce in the back of the cupboard. And
wait, is poutine the way that you're actually supposed to say it?
Poutine.
No, poutine is fine. It's when it's poutine sauce, sounds like the sauce Putin makes.
Well, it's the gravy. So it's a packet of beef gravy that you mix with liquid. Listen, I'm not trying to say it like I know it is poutine, and I got corrected multiple times last night for saying it poutine. So gabba. But anyway, long story short is that
we're not speaking French, as we.
But like
aubergine.
Anyway, we're gonna get Five Guys fries, and we're gonna get like really squeaky cheese curds and make a little ensemble about it.
Okay. You aren't feeling the... I feel like the implosive option was a bit drastic.
Blah.
From
Actually, you know what? I'm not opposed to that, and I actually like the implosive better.
I think that if we went, we are to be fair already in kitchen sink territory.
Yeah, so we may as well like add one more little bit to the bob.
The thing about fish and chips is that fish and chips is so generic that I do not even really consider it particularly British. like I know that people associate it with the UK, and obviously like it was at one point especially popular here. But like the chips are just chips, and the
Oh,
battered
for sure.
fish is just battered
Better
fish.
fish. Yeah. At the end of the day.
Like I've had fish and chips done. It's not the equivalent of white Americans or culture. It's saying that there's loads of places in the world where you can get battered fish and chips.
Yeah, we had a whole like local chain where like, not where I grew up, but like kind of like where the town of my parents grew up, called Arthur Treacher's, and it was like a fish and chip place, and it looked god awful. I mean, like Long John Silver's is
I
kind of
guess
that way. Like Long
that
John Silver's is like fish and chips, and it's not particularly great.
part of the issue, I guess, is obviously the British Empire.
Mm.
It's kind of it's one of those things where it's like, oh, people. The comments are sending me.
Nuh-uh.
There are a bunch of British fish and chips that I don't consider good enough because the part of the issue is that you also get hyper local fish and chips shop like options, right? So like the whole curry sauce thing, like it really like isn't a thing around here. And equally, I've never had curry sauce with a Chinese takeaway. Even though I know that it's like, why are you writing the nasals back in?
I don't know what to do with them, Jake.
I think we're fine with. Sorry, that was not what I wanted to do. We're fine with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think that it's if we don't do no, we might get it from the adjective.
Yeah. So I think we. Oh, hi, Tethys. I'm glad you have joined us for the last 20 minutes. We're working out our last mutation here.
This has been. I wish it should not take us this long to work out the results of a poll.
I mean, a little bit.
Wait, why did you delete the R?
I was being stupid. I'm gonna put it back. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was the final chart. I was under the impression we were still deciding.
I thought that the R we were happy with, and that was part of what we had said.
So this is the complete chart. This is done.
I guess.
Hooray.
I'm
gonna have my celebratory snack, which is a spoonful of Nutella.
Spoonful of Nutella?
Yeah, it makes the celebrations go down.
Wow.
I mean, actually, I'm sorry. It's actually not Nutella. It's Meyer brand hazelnut spread with cocoa.
I only ever ate Nutella out of the jar when I was very first put on new antidepressant medication, and I went insane. I do not know how I managed to eat so much all of the time. Or actually, maybe I do, but anyway, something for another day.
Workout has 1 spoon, 2 tablespoons is 23 grams of sugar. That's 37 grams for you metric heads.
A spoonful of Nutella for you.
No.
Okay. I feel like it's been a bit of a write-off of episode.
Let's look at some words and see how they mutate and have little examples. Because we can put this in our little
I feel like David and Jessie are probably just like having a nice cuddle at home, ignoring all of the bullshit that's going on. Because this is so... Well, for example, I don't think it's even all that interesting. It's just Kalip, Kalip, and Galip.
Okay, that's actually not that interesting.
And like,
okay.
Shamu.
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 Jamu.
Jamu.
Okay, this is actually really not interesting.
The interesting bit will be when we like actually do our sound changes.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, we have Fulfi. It will be Fulfi, Fulfi, and Vulvi. Vulfi.
What did I mean right now?
What did Jade?
What did I mean when? Wait, the US and UK definitions of cuddle are different? What are you Americans doing when you cuddle?
I don't want to get us demonetized. I can't really say.
Wait, cuddling is NSFW?
No, absolutely no. I was making a joke. Absolutely not. No. No, it's usually done with clothes on. I call it a prone hug. So usually what happens is one person is lying.
Wait, so you don't have a difference between cuddle and snuggle?
I would say snuggle is like more kind of like you're moving when you snuggle a little bit. Cuddle is more like stationary.
I see one difference is that in the US definition it says intimate physical embrace, and in the UK it says affectionate, which I think is true. And yeah, less intimate than a snuggle and of shorter duration. But you can, it says typically, you can cuddle someone for longer. And you can be cuddled up. Wait, it necessarily involves lying down?
I will also agree with that there is an element of like lying down to it. Like, I feel like in order for someone to be like cuddled, like there's the element where it kind of gives like awkward arm hug if you're not. So you want to like be sure that lying down or sitting, you can't cuddle and stand up. That's I don't know how that would work.
I think that if you hug someone, you go in once. Whereas you can cuddle someone standing up if you hold on to them. In British English. Like if a child is upset and runs, like, is that just a long hug for you?
Yeah, I think that's a long hug. Or like give me a cuddle. I think in terms of that, yeah, I hear what you say about like comforting it like a child like that. I can also hear it being called cuddling, maybe, but I would probably infer that it would be a British speaker, to be honest.
I would not describe it as comforting. I only ever use comforting as a adjective.
Well, it depends on the child if it's a boy or a girl, remember, because we treat them differently when we're rating them up.
And we also don't have the word comforter. Comforter?
Like comforter? The blanket?
Well, first of all, it sounds horrible in my accent.
Yeah. Comforter.
Comforter.
Oh my god, okay, I just put it together. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we going from here? Oh, we were talking about the reanalysis somehow. What was the other we don't need?
I think that part of it is that like this is like one stage. This is reminding me of, you know, when you do that table with all of your vowels and you're like, oh well, this pair will do this and that pair will do that. We've done a version of that, right? And we haven't done any of the rules for how they get there.
Because hand wavy magic.
Part of it is that we know that we have I can't wait for when we have enough done that we can actually properly write stuff up.
I know.
Because, for example, some of the sound changes imply that I've highlighted a thing.
Oh, good one. Good job.
So the sound changes imply that, for example, in maqalt, that we should expect, like, it could go all the way down to having to decide on some level. Well, I don't know what this is from, actually. Anyway, that it may end up that we're like, oh,
yeah.
And depending on the order of when the schwa is lost and when the adjective thing happens and when, like I think that we will find ourselves having to, like, for example, Luth.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to direct our attention there as well.
So Luth, we assume, would also at some point undergo like this. Well, adjectives, I am fine with being a little bit hand wavy and saying either way the contact with the glottal stop produces the glottalization.
So be it. It becomes Luth. Luth. That's very excessive, though.
That's a weird example, actually, because in our current rules, like if it was if it was this, it currently goes to
objective theta.
Yeah, but I think that there's kind of two things happening, which then implies that would go to which then is like that. But remember that this isn't the final form. Like, it could be that, like, loathed is then loathed, and then loathed, and then
Perp. No, okay.
Lewd.
Lewd. Yeah.
Lewd. Right?
I definitely know that we're going to get long vowels somehow. I have a feeling about it. But like, I don't know. There's something about the final, like the final adjectives and such, that is bringing me pause. I think because like Lula is going to be like with is going to be an like indexer or something. So I think like it's more likely that we'll get like Lul and then it will interact with like whatever this next consonant is here. So this would be like if we're taking this stem. Right now it's sorry y'all. This would actually be helpful too. No.
I can't tell if this is a good thing or a bad thing or a neutral thing. I know it's kind of like when, like, there are elderly people who are like, "Oh, I can feel it in my joints when it's gonna rain," which I guess.
Yeah. I think quaking is different than aching, and quivering is also different than quaking.
Who said quaking?
You said aching.
Oh, I thought you said my knees are quaking.
No, what I'm saying is that like the difference between your knees quaking, quivering, and aching.
I've never heard anyone describe knees as quaking.
Mm.
Oh, was that in David's one? No, David didn't say my knees start quaking. I don't know what's going on. Ah!
And then this becomes our happy hunky-dory.
Oh, and I want to say that my Longtime Chat 71 challenge has long vowels aplenty.
I have also developed long diphthongs that will surely be killed very soon.
I'm calling them lip thongs.
Lip thongs.
Although I feel like lip thong would be the word for a diphthong with a rounded element.
Like L.
Like ew.
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 Ew. The rain, it does smell different when it's about to rain. That is definitely for sure. I don't know what the poll's going to be this week, but it will be fun. It won't be about mutations.
I know.
I have an idea. Mm-hmm. What if we like vote with the order? Like, would the glottalization come first, or would the nasalization come first? Like, would vowel loss happen, and then
I think that would be fine as a little pool. I might supplement. I think that they talk about in the ephendetic consonants.
Oh my neck.
Supplementary.
I love that.
I want to push back on David. I feel like suggesting that we don't have mattresses in the UK is entirely untrue. You've probably just been to not horrible, but like
less than great.
I don't even know that.
Oh.
I think that like there's a bit of snobbery in how squishy your mattress is, which might be part of the issue. But yeah, I've definitely been to places in the UK and thought, we don't only have twin beds. Okay. Wait, I miss. As in, we wouldn't call it that anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna no. Well, okay.
I wanted to say, at least we can differentiate a cuddle and a snuggle, which is more than you can say, David.
Okay. Well, owned.
Boop, boop, boop.
Okay, we probably can't do
that. Please ignore.
Please. We're good noodles.
Wow, so meaningful.
What is this like mystical place that they think England is, even though they've been? Like, what is this like liminal backrooms hotel that they got?
No, it's true that square toilet seats were like it's a thing. It just doesn't
it's a thing. Okay. Oh, we had a new little person coming in right at the end of it.
Huh. I got really excited about the book on the Austronesian undressed, which, if anything's not safe for work, it's the term undressing to mean reduction of morphology. I think that it would make sense for the word order to change. Had we agreed on that or not?
No, but I do agree that it would make sense for it to change.
So maybe I don't know how strongly I feel about it.
I don't feel strongly about it either.
I think that there were two versions of this that I had thought about. There was one which was that we do it by there was one that was that we do it by word, like by role, and there was one that we do it by topic. So if it was by role, then you would always have your subject or I think, subject is the right word.
Yeah.
And then if your sentence was transitive, you would end up with like marking it. Whereas I guess also topicalization can be optional, right?
Yeah, it definitely can be. I don't think there's any reason to like have it be topicalized. I will also say that there's not necessarily a reason for us to have a poll this week as well. We can just bypass it and kind of start anew and afresh without really not without any agenda, but with at least the agenda that we know we're going to start with. Because I think there's not really right now like a natural guiding point, and I think we might need like I don't know how to hear this. I don't know if we need like the impetus to get it started, but I think we have all the data for us to kind of like move forward like with some sound changes like come next week.
I think that doing some syntax isn't a bad idea right now. As long as we make notes.
I agree. Yes, and because.
So there was the grammar of it all. I think the order one is weird because I don't want to lock us into something and then be like, oh, we made a vote on the order, so we can't change that.
Well, I mean, we also not make the vote binding. We can just say like what is your like opinion? Do we agree with us? Sort of deal.
But I feel like we'll work out what the options are, and then
we'll start liking one versus the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I'm saying. Like, we hold off on it a little bit, because by the time we try and conceive a poll, it's likely that we're going to move forward with like certainty and an object we could like.
Well, the thing is, there are polls that will have to happen eventually that we can't always move forward.
That is actually very true too.
Like, we haven't done like numerals yet, and numerals aren't a bad thing to be thinking about.
That is very true. I think it's not a bad poll. Nice little easy number poll. And we can use our little number prefixes class things to show off. Because like we can say like 1 or something and then like 6 or something. Like I don't know, show off our little pearl markers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So number base. Do you want to? If anyone who's watching has strong opinions, I guess we can always ask Bubba.
That is true. We can be sure.
I would probably definitely have 10 as an option. I do not believe it will win, but I can dream.
Yeah, I want like 10 or 12 or 6. I think that's fine.
I feel like 6 is too small.
10 or 12. Okay. Number poll? I know Yax always says.
I will make a note to find other Lang's bases.
Base 37. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
sorry for like this is. I know that we're like half an hour shorter than Langtime Studios, but I feel like, has there been an episode of Langtime Studios where the only thing they do is the poll?
Yes, there must have been.
There must have been.
Yeah. And we had some good.
My number base, onions.
Onion base.
No, the better joke would be number base. Why not soup base? And then there's just a whole load of onions.
That'd be cute. That's a really cute joke. Okay, y'all. We shall part.
Episodes we survived.
Yes, there were. We watched the endurance.
The thing is, like, I have been so on my Conlanging game. Like, I feel like my Conlanging energies have been so activated. And I've got to this, and I'm just like,
Here I come, gassy, just walking in, just booting and farting everywhere.
Anyway,
that's a good goodbye, everybody. That's a great thing to catch off with.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.